Back to my dad's channel. Welcome back to my dad's channel. Welcome back to my dad's channel.
Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. This is Phoenix 198720 here to bring you my latest video and my Let's Talk About series. But before I get into that video, I would like you guys to do me a solid. Hit that like button, share this with all your friends and family, and across all your social media platforms. If you're new to my channel, I would like you to do me a favor and hit that subscribe button, followed by the notification bell. And if you're one of my returning subscribers, I want to say I love you guys and I love all the support and appreciate that you guys show me and my channel. And drop me down a comment below. The good, the bad, the ugly, it's all good to me. And if you want me to cover any Nintendo related topic, I will do it. Just drop that down in the comment below. I will do it. So let's get into this video. In today's video, we will be talking about the Xenoblade Chronicles 1, 2, the prequel, and the Xenoblade X. So let's get into it, guys. And I'm going to be talking about this bad boy, starting off first, Xenoblade Chronicles 1, which I've never played the original, only played the high-def version, and I loved it. The game was freaking sweet. The music in the game was awesome. The controllings was great. It was nice. It fit perfect with the game. And in this game, you got pretty much two teams. The good guys, which you play, and the bad guys, which rule this game. And you start off as your hero, Shulk. And your good team features Shulk, his best friend Ryan, another best friend Fiona, Charlotte, Dunban, Mika, and Riki. And I apologize ahead of time, I apologize now if I mispronounce any of their names. I'm so sorry. I'm not really good at reading names. And then the bad guys is Zenzar, Alvin, Dixon, Zord, Elga, Markin, Tia, and Laura Mara. And again, I apologize for mispronouncing their names, so please don't hate me, guys. And that's your two teams. That's all your characters that interact. And yes, there's going to be a lot of cameo characters that really don't do much in the game, but they're there for your side quests and stuff like that. But the plot of this story is really good, and it's actually really amazing done. As you play your character Shulk, and he's an 18-year-old kid who's a weapons developer who loves to go to scrap areas and get scrap to make his own weapons. His partner Dixon, that he works for, who is a bad guy but unknown to Shulk that he is a bad guy, that he tells Shulk to go do this, go do that. Shulk one day picks up the blade, the famous Xenoblade, and it goes a little crazy because he doesn't know how to hold it. And the blade has one rule: it will not hurt any humans, which is awesome. But as the story unfolds, a huge attack happens in your town, and you start after that point on a rescue mission with your best friend Ryan, which leads you into developing along and meeting new characters, new people on your side. And as you progress through the story, you find out people that weren't your friends or were your friends ain't your friends, and people that were your friends and weren't your friends and you thought were enemies actually do become your allies, your friends. Which allows you to progress through untold story and new truths about who you are and about the world you live in. And you realize there's more to the eye than just going for a rescue. There's a lot more to that eye than you ever get to see. And it's freaking good on how they did this. And as you discover and fight and battle all the way through this story, this game, it leads into a nice ending. And I don't want to really give too much spoilers on this game, so it's very enjoyable. I love that the Switch version actually had a little bit added on that's never been in the game originally, that is set a year after all the events of Xenoblade Chronicles. And that is a fun little part of the game as well. But I'm going to jump in to the next game in my story. Now we'll be talking about Xenoblade Chronicles 2, Torrent, the Golden Country, which was set 500 years before the original game. This game gives a backstory to a lot of the characters that were in Xenoblade Chronicles 2. And it may be not your simple main characters in Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Some of these characters that were portrayed in Xenoblade Chronicles 2, the Golden Country, may be just tidbits of great stories. But I love how they portrait the blades in this game and how the stories were going so awesome with these games. And this backstory alone of the game, just that backstory was able, I was able to understand more of the Xenoblade Chronicles 2, because that is technically the first game I played, was the Xenoblade Chronicles 2. And when this game came out and I found out that it was a prequel, I paused where I was, and I paused it perfectly to play this game to understand the story on how both stories develop into one hell of a beautiful story. And it explained a lot to me on, like I said, backstories of characters and how they got there, and how the game perfectly tied into Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Now, saying that, and again, I'm not trying to give away as much as possible. I'm trying to do this as spoiler-free as possible. But these characters and the stories and the adventures they take is unique and crisscrossed as possible, where who you think are your friends, you betray them. Friends that betray you save you in the end because they're fighting within. Memory loss on how drivers and blades, how they work, and that when a blade dies and the driver's gone, that their memory's wiped. And how they portrayed it, the good versus evil. That good sometimes ain't always good, that it's evil, and sometimes evil ain't always evil, it's good. I know that makes no sense, but if you played this game and you played Xenoblade Chronicles 2, you will fully understand what I'm talking about. And the music in this game is beautiful. It's brilliant. The controls, the graphics to this game is brilliant. The story is amazing. And like I said, it's a perfect arch for Xenoblade Chronicles 2. And how that story, Xenoblade Chronicles 2, the Golden Country, how that flows so perfectly, and it ties in so well to Xenoblade Chronicles 2, which I will be talking about here in a second. Now, as we move forward in the Xenoblade Chronicles 2 world and the Xenoblade Chronicles world itself, this is the sequel to Xenoblade Chronicles 2, the Golden Country, which ties in and ends a beautiful story in the Xenoblade Chronicles 2 world. Xenoblade Chronicles 2, which is set 500 years after Xenoblade Chronicles 2, The Golden Country. This game has a unique, beautiful story. A story of friendship, a story of betrayal, a story of love, and a story of mystery. You play the main character Rex, your hero. Rex, who is a scavenger, a treasure hunter, who wants to explore this big, huge world, joins a team. And this team is looking for the lost treasure of Adam, one of the characters from Golden Country. They are set to look in uncharted area that has never been. And as they stumble upon the treasure, Jin stabs Rex in the back, leaving him lifeless and breathing for his last breath, saying it is better not to wake this. It's better to just leave this treasure alone. In the midst of this, Rex wakes up in an empty area of field under a tree where he meets Pyra for the first time. And Pyra explains on who she is and where she has to go, and reaches out and asks Rex for his help to get her to the World Tree, because the World Tree would explain lots and lots about her and everything that she's been through, which is crazy in just itself. So as you set out to this venture, you meet a lot of friends that join your team. As you continue this adventure, you meet a lot of people that's from the Golden Country era, and they been looking for the lost treasure. As you go and proceed, elements come out, new characters are involved, and you get to see two sides of Pyra and Mythica. Pyra was created by Mythica because of her conscience. She wanted somebody good, somebody great inside, because her goodness was the evil and downfall in the Golden Country era. So as you set your travels to this World Tree, you have lots of hardships, you have lots of enemies, and lots of characters who try to hold you back. As you battle to get where you need to, it now becomes a race of time, because they figure out who Pyra is and they want to stop her at all means necessary, as Rex wants to get her to that World Tree to see what's there, to see what is going on. And as you go through this game and you finally make it to the end of this game, and you see that the World Tree was nothing but a spaceship, a space station created by humans years and years ago, when scientists experiment and the experiment went wrong. What people don't notice is that Xenoblade Chronicles 1 is happening exactly at the same time when both Shulk and Rex are looking for the World Tree to see what goes on. And you realize when you get there on who was the good and who was the bad. Why did they create? Why did they do what they did? And they were the perfect balance to each other, yin and yang. And you go there to see that the world you live in isn't what the world actually is about. The world that you see was just a lie of creation of scientists, which brings a whole new meaning to plot twists and everything like that. And as you finish and you destroy what you are hoping is the right thing to destroy, you discover new twists and new theories. So, as much as I want to say it, Xenoblade Chronicles 2 was awesome. The story was amazing. If you haven't played it, go play it. Play all 3 games. The music to this game was so nice, so beautiful. The controlling schemes to this game was nice. The battling system was really nice. The side quests and helping others in this game was nice. It fit perfectly. The flow was amazing. Now, I'm going to get into this last game in Xenoblade Chronicles series, Xenoblade Chronicles X. Now, Xenoblade Chronicles X is not considered a sequel to the first Xenoblade Chronicles game. It is considered a successor to the Xenoblade Chronicles series. Still featuring the name Xenoblade Chronicles, but is considered a successor to the series, and it explains some of the loose stories that tie in to the first few games. I'm not 100% sure, so stick with me, because the Xenoblade Chronicles X is the one of the few games, well, only game in the Chronicles series that I have not played. The story to this game is very unique as I read. The story somewhat sounds to me like the story is a war story mixed with mystery, mixed with a new hope. The base of the story starts off as a war that's going on between Earth and aliens, and as arcs are being built to help people escape, one of the arcs, the White Shark arc that does escape with a lot of life forms on it, is heading out for a 2-year adventure before it is attacked and shot down. As it makes a crash landing on Mira, it drops its pods, scattering over the country of people and life forms. As your character and avatar is woken up by Elma, and I apologize if I get these names wrong, brings you back to New Los Angeles. And during that little time, you join the Blades, and you express that you have amnesia and that your memories are gone. As you travel Mara, you come across multiple different life forms. As you continue your adventure, you discover and rescue escape pods, and you have a chance to bring those guys back. But you're also on the verge of studying and trying to discover the life holds. As your avatar progresses in the storyline, it eventually gets really wounded, and you discover that avatars, Blades, are actually robot people, and that the true human form is within the life hold. As your journey continues and the story unfolds, you discover and you feel the betrayal of people who thought were on your side, and that betrayal leads into bitterness for certain characters within this game, where the fighting gets worse, where you're just trying to discover what the life holds, what it possesses. And as you see characters transform, characters infuse, you discover the truth that Emma is actually an alien trying to help restore the humanity of that world. And as you go, side characters that looks like to become full characters if this game is continued as a part 2. They resurrect certain characters to bring their story to a better arc. As you can see that the twist of this game seems very unique and the story seems very interesting and fun. But that's all I got, trying to do this spoiler free, and I also myself have not played this game. So I'm hoping that you guys enjoyed this video. My questions to you guys is, which Xenoblade Chronicles is the best out of all of them? And what would you like to see? Would you like to see on Nintendo Switch a remaster of Xenoblade Chronicles X? Xenoblade Chronicles 3 or Xenoblade Chronicles X2? I'm hoping that if they do it right and the story sounds right, we're going to get a Xenoblade Chronicles X and X2 all in one disc. And I'm hoping to see a Xenoblade Chronicles 3, because the stories to these games are pure amazing, and the music flow is awesome, and the graphics are really great. So I say to you guys, go get those games, play them, especially if you're a fan of the Xenoblade Chronicle games. Get them, play them, enjoy them. Listen to the soundtrack that they offer, the graphics that they impose, the control scheme and the battling that goes on. It's all beautiful and it's really great. And this is the end of my segment. So like I said, drop me down a comment below, the good, the bad, the ugly. It's all good to me. What you enjoyed about the Xenoblade Chronicles series, and if you want to drop me down a topic to see, and if it's Nintendo related, I will get it done. I will get that video done if you want to see me cover it on my channel. So I want you guys to do me a favor, hit that like button, share this with all your friends and family and across all your guys' social media platforms. If you're new to my channel, hit that subscribe button followed by the notification bell. And if you're one of my returning subscribers, I love you guys and I love the support that you show me and my channel. And this is Phoenix198720 signing out for the day. So I hope you guys have a good morning, a good evening, good afternoon. Peace.